God is speaking in anger today. You made a mistake that heaven noticed, and if you walk away from this message, it will not be forgiven. Don't make the mistake of skipping this. I am speaking to you now with a fire you have not felt before. And you must not turn away from these words, because what is being revealed will change everything that stands in front of you. I am not whispering today. I am not gently calling from a distance. I am standing close and speaking with urgency. Because what you did not go unseen, and it did not pass lightly through heaven. You are standing at a moment that carries weight, and if you ignore this, you will miss something that was meant to protect you, guide you, and lift you into something greater than what you are living right now. Stay here and listen, because walking away from this will not leave you the same, and the cost of ignoring this moment will follow you longer than you understand. Type Amen if you believe. You must understand this clearly from the very beginning, because I am not speaking in confusion or emotion without purpose. I am speaking because there was a decision you made that stepped outside of what I placed within you. You knew it was not right. You felt the warning inside your spirit, yet you continued anyway. And that choice created a distance that you are beginning to feel but cannot fully explain. I am not angry to destroy you. I am angry because I care for you deeply, and I refuse to let you continue on a path that will quietly take away what I have prepared for you. This is not a small moment. This is a turning point. And if you stay and listen, you will see clearly what must change and what must be restored. Do not scroll past this moment. Do not treat this as something ordinary, because what is being spoken is meant to stop you before something greater is lost. I see what is ahead of you, and I see how close you came to walking further away from what was meant for your life. There are blessings waiting for you. There is protection already surrounding you, but your actions began to push against what was being prepared, and that is why I am calling you back with strength. You are not abandoned, but you are being corrected, and correction is a sign that you are still chosen and still held in my hands. Take a moment right now and press like on this video, because your agreement with what is being spoken will open your heart to receive what is about to be restored. You have been carrying something inside you that you tried to ignore, a quiet knowing that what you did not sit right within your spirit. That feeling was not guilt meant to crush you. It was a signal, a warning that you were stepping outside of alignment with what I placed within you. When you ignore that voice, you do not silence it. You only move further from the peace that comes from walking in truth. I am not exposing you to shame you. I am bringing this forward so you can return before more is taken from your path. There is still time for you, but you must respond correctly to what you are hearing now. You must not harden your heart or make excuses for what happened, because excuses will only deepen the distance you are already beginning to feel. I am asking you to face it with honesty, to recognize that you moved in a direction that was not meant for you, and to make the decision to turn back fully. When you do this, you will feel something shift immediately, because I am ready to meet you the moment you take that step. Type 1111 to affirm. I am not speaking these words to push you away. I am speaking them to pull you closer than you have been in a long time. You have been distracted. You have allowed things around you to guide your choices instead of listening to what I placed inside you. That is where the mistake began. Not just in the action itself, but in the way you slowly stopped listening to the truth within you. I am restoring that connection now, but you must be willing to receive it and act on it without delay. You are still chosen, and that has not changed for a single moment, but being chosen does not remove responsibility. You are called to walk in a certain way, to move with awareness, to carry the weight of what has been placed on your life with care and intention. When you step outside of that, it affects more than just one moment. It begins to shape the path ahead of you. That is why I am stopping you here, because I will not allow you to continue blindly when I have already marked your life for something greater. There is something ahead that depends on your obedience right now, something that has been waiting for you to return fully to alignment. If you ignore this correction, you delay what is meant to come into your hands, and you create unnecessary struggle that was never part of your path. I do not want that for you, and that is why my voice is firm today, because I am protecting your future even when it feels uncomfortable in the present. You are not beyond forgiveness, but you must not treat this lightly. You must not think that you can hear this and continue as if nothing happened, because that is where many lose what was meant for them. I am asking you to take this seriously, to let these words settle deeply within you, and to allow them to guide your next steps with clarity and strength. This is where change begins, not in fear, but in truth. And truth is what will bring you back into everything I have prepared for you. There has been a slow drift in your attention, a gradual shift where you began to trust your own reasoning more than the truth I placed inside your heart. It did not happen in one moment. It happened step by step, thought by thought, until what once felt clear began to feel negotiable. You started allowing small compromises, telling yourself they did not matter, convincing yourself that nothing serious would come from them. But those small moments built something larger, and eventually they led you to the decision that brought you here. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150 million year old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I am showing you this because I want you to see that this was not random, and it was not unavoidable. You had moments where you could have turned back, moments where you felt that inner hesitation, moments where you knew what was right. Each of those moments was an opportunity to stay aligned, but you chose to move past them. I am not saying this to condemn you. I am saying this so you understand how important your awareness is moving forward. You cannot walk forward blindly anymore, not after what you have just experienced. I am calling you into a deeper level of awareness, a place where you pause before acting, where you listen before deciding, where you recognize the difference between what feels easy and what is actually right. This is how you protect what has been given to you, and this is how you stay in alignment with what I am doing in your life. Type yes to affirm. You must also understand that what you did not just affect you, even if it seemed personal at the time. Your choices carry weight, and they reach further than you can see. There are things connected to your life that depend on your obedience, things that shift when you move in the right direction, and things that become delayed when you move away. This is why I am speaking with such urgency, because your life is not isolated. It is connected to purpose, to timing, and to outcomes that go beyond what you can see right now. I am not asking you to live in fear. I am asking you to live with awareness and responsibility. Fear will push you into hiding, but awareness will bring you into clarity. You do not need to run from what happened. You need to face it fully and allow it to transform how you move from this moment forward. That is how growth happens, not by avoiding truth, but by stepping into it with honesty and strength. There is also something you must release, something you have been holding on to that influenced the decision you made. It may be a desire, a habit, or a way of thinking that you have allowed to take root over time. You cannot carry that forward and expect things to change, because it will continue to lead you back to the same place. I am asking you to let it go completely, not partially, not temporarily, but fully and without hesitation. This may feel difficult, but you are not doing it alone. I am with you in this, and I will give you the strength you need to release what is no longer meant to stay in your life. You have more power than you realize, and that power becomes active when you align your will with what you know is right. Do not underestimate what you are capable of when you choose correctly. Type 777 to receive blessings. You are also being reminded of something important, something you once understood clearly but began to forget. You are not ordinary, and your life is not meant to follow the same patterns as everyone around you. There is something placed within you that requires discipline, awareness, and commitment, and when you ignore that, you begin to feel the tension that you have been experiencing. That tension is not meant to harm you, it is meant to bring you back to yourself. I am restoring your clarity now, and you will begin to notice it in small ways at first. You will feel a stronger sense of knowing, a clearer understanding of what to do and what to avoid. Do not ignore those moments, because they are part of how I guide you. When you feel that clarity, act on it without delay, because hesitation is where confusion begins to return. There is also a shift happening around you, something that is being prepared even now as you listen. This shift will require you to be ready, not just emotionally, but mentally and spiritually. You cannot step into what is coming if you are still holding on to the patterns that led you away. That is why this moment is so important, because it is preparing you for what is ahead. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. This correction is not the end of something, it is the beginning of something new that requires a different version of you. A version that listens more closely, that moves more carefully, and that understands the weight of each decision. This is growth, even if it feels uncomfortable, and this is how you step into what has been waiting for you. There will be moments after this where you are tested again, where the same patterns try to return, where the same choices present themselves in different forms. You must remember this moment when that happens. You must remember how clearly you can see now, how strongly you can feel what is right, and you must choose differently. That is how you break the cycle, not by avoiding the test, but by responding differently when it comes. I am not finished with you, and your story is not defined by this mistake. What defines you is what you do after it, how you respond, how you change, and how you move forward with what you have learned. This is your opportunity to step into something greater, to become more aligned than you have ever been before. You are still under my protection, still surrounded by what has been placed around you for your good. But protection does not replace responsibility, and blessing does not remove the need for obedience. You must walk in both, understanding that they work together, not separately. You have been given clarity, and clarity always comes with responsibility. It is easy to hear something powerful in a moment like this and feel ready to change, but true change is not proven in one moment. It is proven in the choices that follow. You must carry this awareness with you beyond this moment, into your daily actions, into your thoughts, into the way you respond when no one else is watching. That is where your transformation becomes real, not in what you feel now, but in what you choose next. There is something you must guard more carefully than before, and that is your attention. Where your attention goes, your actions follow, and where your actions go, your path begins to form. You have allowed your attention to be pulled in directions that slowly led you away from what you knew was right. It did not happen loudly. It happened quietly. Through distractions, through influences, through moments where you chose not to resist what you knew you should avoid. Can 9 simple words really change your financial life? More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. Brain experts were shocked when they discovered this password works up to 20x faster than the law of attraction. People are repeating it daily and watching money flow like water into their lives. Some even believe the results are so powerful, it feels divine. But this breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. From this point forward, you must become more intentional with what you allow into your mind and your focus. Not everything that feels normal is safe for you, and not everything that others accept is meant for your life. You are being called to a higher level of awareness, and that requires you to filter what you take in and what you act on. This is not about restriction, it is about protection, because what is ahead of you requires a clear and disciplined mind. Type 222 if you trust God. You must also understand that your environment plays a role in your choices, even when you believe you are in control. The people around you, the conversations you engage in, the habits you entertain, all of these shape your thinking more than you realize. When you surround yourself with what pulls you away from truth, it becomes easier to justify what you should resist. That is why you must be more careful now, more selective about what you stay connected to and what you allow to influence you. There are some things you will need to step back from, not because they are always wrong, but because they are not right for you at this time. You are in a season where clarity and alignment matter more than comfort, and that means you may need to distance yourself from certain patterns or influences that once felt normal. This is not loss. This is preparation, because what is ahead of you requires a different level of focus. You may feel a sense of separation as you begin to make these changes, a feeling that you are no longer as connected to certain people or habits as you once were. Do not mistake this for loneliness, because it is actually a sign of growth. You are moving into a space where your decisions are more intentional, and that naturally changes how you relate to what is around you. Stay steady in this, because this shift is necessary for what is being prepared in your life. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. There is also something you must rebuild within yourself, something that was weakened when you ignored what you knew was right. That is your trust in your own ability to listen and respond correctly. When you go against what you know, it creates doubt, not just in your actions, but in your ability to choose wisely. I am restoring that now, but you must participate in that restoration by choosing correctly when the next moment comes. Each time you choose what is right, even in small ways, you strengthen that trust again. You begin to feel more confident, more grounded, more aligned with what you know you are meant to do. This is how you rebuild yourself, not through one big decision, but through consistent, correct choices over time. Do not rush this process, and do not expect it to happen instantly, because true restoration is built step by step. You are not the same as you were before this moment, even if everything around you looks the same. Something has shifted inside you, something that is asking you to move differently, to think differently, to act with more awareness. Do not ignore that shift, because it is part of your growth, and it is leading you into a version of yourself that is stronger and more aligned than before. There is also a protection that has remained over you, even through your mistake. You were not allowed to fall as far as you could have, and you were not left without guidance. I was there, even when you were not listening, and I limited what could happen so that you would still have the opportunity to return. That protection is still with you, but it does not mean you can move carelessly. It means you have been given another chance to walk correctly. You must not take that lightly, because not everyone recognizes when they are being corrected. Many continue without awareness, repeating the same patterns until they lose what was meant for them. You have been given the ability to see, to understand, and to change, and that is something you must value deeply. Do not waste this moment by returning to what you have already been shown to leave behind. There is something ahead that will require your full attention, something that will test whether you truly changed or simply felt something for a moment. When that moment comes, you must remember what you have learned here. You must remember the clarity, the awareness, and the understanding that you have been given. That is what will guide you through it successfully. You are not alone in this process, and you are not expected to figure everything out on your own. I am guiding you, step by step, even when it does not feel obvious. There will be moments where you feel unsure, but if you pause and listen, you will know what to do. That inner knowing is not random, it is part of how I lead you. You have been holding on to certain thoughts that you knew were not fully right, yet you entertained them, revisited them, and slowly allowed them to shape how you see things. These thoughts may have seemed harmless at first, but they created a space where compromise began to feel acceptable. When you allow your inner world to drift, your outer life will eventually follow, and that is exactly what happened. I am not only calling you to change your actions, I am calling you to guard your inner world with greater strength than before. This is where true discipline begins, not in what others can see, but in what only you know. The quiet moments, the hidden thoughts, the decisions that happen when no one is watching. These are the places where your path is truly formed. If you become strong in those moments, nothing outside of you will easily move you away again. But if you remain careless within, you will continue to face the same struggles no matter how much you try to change externally. Type 1010 to claim miracles. You must now begin to replace what has been inside you with what is true and aligned with your purpose. You cannot simply remove something and leave that space empty, because emptiness will invite the same patterns back in. You must fill that space with clarity, with truth, with a renewed commitment to walk in a way that reflects who you are meant to be. This is not something that happens once. It is something you must practice daily until it becomes natural to you. There will be moments when your old thoughts try to return, when familiar feelings try to pull you back into the same mindset. Do not be surprised by this, because change always faces resistance in the beginning. What matters is how you respond when those moments come. You must not entertain them. You must not allow them to settle again. You must recognize them quickly and choose differently without hesitation. What if attracting wealth didn't require hard work, just the right words? This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free, financially free individuals. Scientists say each of these 9 words activates a hidden abundance center deep in your brain. People are using it from home and seeing results in just weeks. It was never meant for the public, and now that it's out, the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This is how you take control of your path again, not by avoiding struggle, but by responding correctly when it appears. You are stronger than what you have been allowing yourself to believe, and that strength becomes visible when you choose what is right, even when it feels difficult. Each time you do that, you weaken the hold of what once controlled you, and you move further into the life that has been prepared for you. Type 777 to receive blessings. There is also something you must forgive within yourself, because holding on to guilt will not help you move forward. Guilt can keep you stuck in what has already passed, and it can make you feel as though you are unworthy of what is still ahead. That is not the truth, and that is not what I want for you. You must acknowledge what happened, learn from it, and then release the weight of it so you can move forward with clarity and strength. You are not defined by your mistake, and you are not disqualified because of it. What matters now is how you respond. how you grow, and how you choose to move from this point forward. I have not withdrawn my hand from your life, and I have not removed what has been prepared for you. But you must walk differently now, because you have been shown what happens when you ignore what you know. There is a new level of awareness opening within you, and it will begin to change how you see everything around you. You will start to notice things more clearly, to understand situations more deeply, and to recognize what is right and what is not with greater precision. This is not coincidence. This is part of your growth, and it is something you must embrace fully. Do not rush past this phase, because it is shaping you into someone who can carry more, who can handle more, and who can walk with greater confidence and stability. The discomfort you may feel is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that something is changing. Growth does not always feel easy, but it always leads to something better when you stay aligned with it. There is also a deeper connection being restored between you and me, something that may have felt distant before but is now becoming clearer again. When you begin to listen more closely, when you begin to act with awareness, that connection strengthens naturally. You will begin to feel more guided, more supported, and more certain of the direction you are meant to take. Do not ignore that connection when you feel it, because it is part of how I lead you. It may not always come in loud or obvious ways, but it will always be clear enough for you to recognize if you are paying attention. Trust that, follow it, and allow it to guide your decisions moving forward. You are being prepared for something that requires this level of awareness, something that cannot be handled with the same mindset you had before. That is why this moment is so important, because it is shaping you into someone who can carry what is coming without being pulled away again. You are not being held back. You are being built up, even if it does not feel comfortable right now. You must begin to slow down in the way you move through your days, because rushing is where mistakes begin to hide. When you move too quickly, you do not give yourself the space to recognize what is right and what is not. You react instead of choosing, and in that reaction you become vulnerable to repeating the same patterns that brought you here. Slowing down does not mean stopping your life. It means becoming intentional in how you think, how you speak, and how you act. There will be moments where you feel pressure to act quickly, to respond immediately, to follow what others are doing without taking the time to reflect. In those moments, you must pause, even if only for a brief moment, and check what you feel inside. That pause is where clarity lives, and that clarity will guide you away from what is not meant for you. Do not ignore that pause again, because it is one of the most powerful tools you have been given. Type 1111 if you walk by faith. You must also become more honest with yourself than you have been before. There were times when you knew exactly what you were doing, yet you chose to convince yourself that it was acceptable. That kind of self-deception is subtle, but it is dangerous, because it allows you to move away from truth without fully realizing it. From this point forward, you must be direct with yourself, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it requires you to admit something you would rather avoid. Honesty within yourself creates clarity, and clarity protects you from making the same mistakes again. When you are honest, you do not have to guess whether something is right or wrong. You already know. That knowing becomes your guide, and it keeps you grounded even when everything around you feels uncertain. This is how you build stability within yourself, by refusing to hide from what is true. Type 1212 to affirm your faith. There is also a need for you to rebuild your discipline, because discipline is what sustains change over time. Without discipline, even the strongest moments of clarity can fade, and you can find yourself slowly returning to what you have already left behind. Discipline is not about restriction, It is about consistency, about choosing what is right again and again until it becomes part of who you are. You must begin to create small, consistent habits that keep you aligned with what you now understand. These do not need to be large or overwhelming, but they must be steady and intentional. Each small action reinforces your commitment, and over time those actions build a foundation that becomes difficult to break. This is how you ensure that what you are learning now becomes a permanent part of your life. Why are neuroscientists calling this a wealth trigger? Because over 19,547 people are already using this 9-word password, and their lives are changing fast. Unexpected deposits, cleared debts, a completely upgraded lifestyle. Scientists say it taps into a 150-million-year-old brain system that controls abundance and financial flow. It's already changed the lives of thousands in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. You may feel resistance as you begin to practice this, because your old patterns will try to pull you back into what is familiar. That resistance is not a sign that you should stop. It is a sign that you are moving in the right direction. Growth always challenges what has been comfortable, and it requires you to stay committed even when it feels easier to return to what you know. There is also something you must protect, and that is your peace. When you move out of alignment, peace begins to fade, and you are left with a sense of unease that you cannot fully explain. You felt that before, and you know how it affected you, even if you did not fully understand why at the time. That peace is not something to take lightly, because it is one of the clearest indicators that you are walking in the right direction. From this point forward, you must pay attention to your peace, not just in big decisions, but in small ones as well. If something disturbs your peace, do not ignore it. Do not push it aside. Take it seriously and examine it. That disturbance is often a signal that something is not aligned, and it is giving you the opportunity to correct it before it leads to something larger. You are also being called to trust more deeply than before, not just in me, but in the process that is unfolding in your life. There will be moments where you do not fully understand why certain things are happening or why certain changes are required. In those moments, you must trust that there is a purpose behind what you are experiencing, even if you cannot see it yet. Trust does not remove uncertainty, but it gives you the strength to move forward despite it. When you trust, you do not need to control every outcome. You allow yourself to follow what you know is right, even when the path is not fully clear. This is how you move with confidence, not because you have all the answers, but because you are grounded in what you know is true. There is a strengthening happening within you right now, something that will become more evident as you continue to walk in alignment. You will begin to notice that you are less easily influenced, less easily distracted, and more certain in your decisions. That strength is not coming from your own effort alone, it is coming from your willingness to align with what you have been shown. Do not lose sight of this moment. Do not allow it to fade into something you remember but no longer act on. Carry it with you, let it shape your actions, and let it guide your choices in every area of your life. This is not just about avoiding another mistake. This is about becoming the person you were always meant to be, someone who walks with clarity, strength, and purpose. Many feel strong when the truth is right in front of them, but strength is proven when that feeling fades and the choice still remains. That is where your commitment will be tested, and that is where your transformation becomes real. You must prepare yourself for the quiet moments that will come, the moments when nothing feels urgent, when everything seems normal again, and when the weight of this correction begins to feel distant. Those are the moments where many fall back into old ways, not because they forgot, but because they stopped paying attention. You must not allow that to happen, because what you have received is meant to stay active within you, not just during this moment, but in every step you take moving forward. There will be a temptation to relax your awareness, to believe that you are now safe from repeating what happened, but that is where caution is needed. Confidence without awareness can lead you back into the same patterns, and that is why you must stay grounded, not in fear, but in understanding. You now know how easily small decisions can lead to larger consequences, and that knowledge must guide you every day. Type yes if you choose to stay aligned. You must also begin to recognize the difference between what feels comfortable and what is actually right. There will be times when the easier path will appear more appealing, when it will seem harmless to follow what feels familiar. But you have already seen where that leads, and you must not allow comfort to become your guide. Truth must be your guide now, even when it requires more effort, even when it asks you to step away from what once felt natural. This is where maturity begins to grow within you, not in what you say or what you intend, but in what you consistently choose. Each correct decision builds something stronger within you, something that cannot be easily shaken by circumstances or emotions. You are being shaped into someone who can stand firm, someone who does not drift easily, someone who remains steady even when everything around you changes. Type 222 to trust the process. There is also something you must watch carefully, and that is the way you speak to yourself. After a mistake, it is easy to become critical, to speak with harshness, to remind yourself of what went wrong again and again. That kind of thinking will not help you grow. It will only weaken your confidence and make you more likely to fall again. You must learn to speak to yourself with truth, not with condemnation, because truth builds you while condemnation tears you down. You must remind yourself that you have been corrected, not rejected, and that you have been given another chance to walk in alignment. This is not something to take lightly, but it is also not something to use against yourself. You are moving forward now, and your focus must remain on what you are becoming, not on what has already passed. There will be times when you feel uncertain again, when clarity is not as strong as it feels right now. In those moments, you must return to what you have already learned, not by searching for something new, but by standing firm in what you already know. You do not need a new answer every time. You need consistency in applying what has already been revealed to you. A leaked 9-word password is quietly transforming people's financial lives. More than 19,000 people have already used it to attract wealth, freedom, and peace. People are using it daily from their couch and reporting real financial breakthroughs. Scientists say it activates deep brain pathways linked to money, working far faster than traditional methods. This was once hidden by elites, and now it's spreading too fast. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are also entering a phase where your discernment will become sharper, where you will begin to notice things that you may have overlooked before. Pay attention to that, because it is part of your growth and it is meant to guide you. When something feels off, do not ignore it, do not push it aside, take it seriously and respond accordingly. This increased awareness is not meant to overwhelm you, it is meant to protect you. It will help you avoid situations that could lead you back into old patterns, and it will guide you toward choices that align with what has been prepared for you. Trust that process, even when it feels unfamiliar, because it is leading you in the right direction. There is also a strengthening happening in your ability to say no, something that you may have struggled with before. You may have found it difficult to step away from certain situations, to resist certain influences, or to choose differently when it felt uncomfortable. That is changing now, and you must embrace that change. Saying no is not a loss, it is a protection. It is how you maintain alignment, how you guard what has been given to you, and how you stay on the path that has been set before you. You will not always be understood when you make these choices, and that is something you must accept. Not everyone will see what you see, and not everyone will understand why you choose differently. But you are not called to follow what others understand. You are called to follow what is right. That is what will set you apart. And that is what will keep you aligned with what has been prepared for you. Stay firm in that, even when it feels difficult, even when it requires you to stand alone. You are not truly alone, because I am with you in every step you take. I see your effort, I see your desire to change, and I am guiding you even when it does not feel obvious. There will be moments where you feel unsure, but if you pause and listen, you will always find the direction you need. This is a new level for you, a new way of living that requires more awareness, more discipline, and more commitment. But it also brings more clarity, more peace, and more strength than you have experienced before. You are not losing anything by walking this path. You are gaining everything that was meant for you. There is a quiet responsibility settling over you, something that may feel unfamiliar but is necessary for where you are going. You are being trusted with greater awareness, and that awareness must be protected through your actions. It is not enough to understand what is right, you must now live it consistently, even in moments that seem small or unimportant. Because it is in those small moments that your path is shaped most deeply. You must begin to notice how often your choices are influenced by habit rather than intention. There are patterns within you that have been repeated so many times that they feel natural, even when they are not aligned with what you now understand. Breaking those patterns will require effort, and it will require you to pause before acting in ways that once felt automatic. This is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign that you are becoming more aware. Type 777 to receive blessings. You will also need to strengthen your patience, because change does not always produce immediate, visible results. There will be moments where you are doing the right thing, yet you do not see the outcome you expect right away. In those moments, you must not become discouraged or question your direction. What is being built within you takes time, and what is being prepared for you is unfolding in ways you cannot fully see yet. Patience will keep you steady when results are not immediate, and it will protect you from returning to old habits out of frustration. You must trust that every correct decision is contributing to something greater, even when it is not visible in the moment. This is how you move forward with confidence, not by chasing quick results, but by committing to what is right over time. Type 1010 to claim miracles. There is also a need for you to become more aware of your emotions, because they have played a role in how you make decisions. There were moments when you allowed how you felt to guide you more than what you knew, and that is where you became vulnerable. Emotions are not wrong, but they are not always reliable guides, especially when they are influenced by temporary situations. From now on, you must learn to feel without immediately acting on those feelings. You must give yourself space to understand what you are experiencing before making a decision. This will help you avoid reacting in ways that you later regret, and it will allow you to remain aligned even when your emotions are strong. You are also being called to a deeper level of self-control, something that will become one of your greatest strengths if you develop it consistently. Self-control is not about denying yourself everything. It is about choosing what is right, even when something else feels easier or more appealing. It is about staying true to what you know, regardless of what you feel in the moment. This will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Each time you practice self-control, you build strength within yourself that makes future decisions easier. Over time, what once felt difficult will begin to feel natural, and what once tempted you will lose its influence over you. There is also something important you must remember when you feel tempted to return to old patterns. The outcome will not be different just because time has passed. What led you here before will lead you here again if you follow the same path. You must not convince yourself that it will be different, because that is how you fall back into the same cycle. What secret did elites use to attract wealth so easily? A simple 9-word password now leaked to the public. People are using it daily and watching money flow into their lives like never before. Scientists say it activates an ancient brain system tied directly to abundance, Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. It's already helped thousands become debt-free in just weeks. But this breakthrough is under pressure and may disappear at any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. Instead, you must remind yourself of what you have learned, of the clarity you have been given, and of the direction you are now choosing. This is how you protect yourself, not by avoiding temptation completely, but by responding differently when it appears. You are also growing in your ability to recognize what is truly valuable, and that will begin to change what you prioritize in your life. Things that once seemed important may begin to lose their hold on you, while things that truly matter will become clearer. This shift is part of your growth, and it will help you make decisions that align more closely with your purpose. Do not resist this change, even if it feels unfamiliar. It is leading you toward a life that is more aligned, more peaceful, and more stable than what you have known before. You are not losing anything that was meant for you. You are releasing what was holding you back. There is also a strengthening in your sense of direction, something that will become more noticeable as you continue to walk in alignment. You will begin to feel more certain about your choices, more confident in your decisions, and less influenced by what others are doing. This is not pride, it is clarity, and it is something you must embrace. You are not meant to follow confusion, you are meant to walk with understanding. That understanding is growing within you now, and it will guide you if you continue to listen and act on what you know is right. You must also remain aware that growth is a continuous process, not something that happens once and is complete. There will always be new levels, new challenges, and new opportunities to learn and improve. Do not become comfortable in a way that leads to carelessness, because that is how progress begins to fade. Stay committed to what you are becoming, stay aware of your choices, and stay grounded in the truth that has been revealed to you. This is how you continue to move forward. This is how you remain aligned, and this is how you step fully into everything that has been prepared for your life. You must begin to show up in your life with the same awareness, even when nothing feels urgent. When there is no pressure, no strong emotion, no immediate consequence, that is where your true discipline is revealed. It is easy to choose correctly when everything feels intense, but it is in the ordinary moments that your path is truly formed. You must treat those moments with the same level of care, because they carry just as much weight. There will be days where you feel less motivated, where the clarity you feel now seems distant, and where your mind tries to pull you back into familiar ways of thinking. You must not rely on feeling to guide you in those moments. You must rely on what you know, on what has already been revealed to you, and on the commitment you have made to walk differently. This is how you remain steady, not by waiting to feel ready, but by choosing to act regardless of how you feel. Type 1111 to stay aligned. You must also begin to measure your progress differently. Do not look only for large changes or immediate results, because growth often happens in ways that are not immediately visible. Look at your daily choices, your responses, your ability to pause and choose what is right even when it is difficult. These are the true signs that you are moving forward, even if nothing around you has changed yet. There will be moments where you feel as though nothing is happening, where you question whether your effort is making a difference. In those moments, you must remain patient, and trust that what is being built within you is preparing you for something that requires this level of discipline. Not everything shows itself immediately, but everything you are doing is contributing to what is ahead. Type 222 to trust the process. You are also learning to become less reactive, something that will protect you in ways you have not fully understood before. When you react quickly, you give control to whatever is happening around you. But when you pause and respond with intention, you remain in control of your path. This is a powerful shift, and it will begin to change how you experience situations that once felt overwhelming. You must practice this intentionally, especially in moments where you feel pressure or strong emotion. Those are the moments where your old patterns may try to return, and those are the moments where your growth will be tested. If you can remain steady there, if you can pause and choose correctly, you will begin to see how much stronger you have become. There is also a deeper level of focus that you must develop, because distractions have played a role in pulling you away before. You have allowed things that do not truly matter to take your attention, and over time that has weakened your ability to stay aligned. From now on, you must be more selective with what you focus on, because your attention is one of your most valuable resources. What you give your attention to will shape your thoughts, your decisions, and your direction. If you allow distractions to take over, you will slowly drift again without realizing it. But if you guard your attention and keep it aligned with what is true, you will remain steady and clear even when everything around you feels uncertain. You are also being called to simplify your approach, because complexity can sometimes create confusion. You do not need to overthink what you have been shown. You do not need to search for something more complicated. The truth has already been made clear to you, and your responsibility is to follow it with consistency. Keep it simple, keep it clear, and stay committed to what you know is right. There is strength in simplicity, and there is clarity in staying focused on what matters. When you begin to add unnecessary complexity, you create space for doubt and hesitation. You must not allow that, because hesitation is where mistakes begin to return. You are also learning to trust yourself again, not in a way that leads you away, but in a way that is rooted in alignment. When you listen to what you know is right and act on it consistently, you begin to rebuild your confidence in your own decisions. This is important because without that trust, you may begin to second-guess yourself and become uncertain. Each correct choice strengthens that trust, and over time, it becomes something you can rely on. You will begin to feel more certain, more grounded, and more stable in your direction. This is not something that happens instantly, but it is something that will grow as you remain consistent. Why are thousands suddenly becoming financially free? Because they discovered a 9-word wealth password hidden in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected money, cleared debts, and new opportunities. Some say the results feel almost divine. Scientists confirm it activates a powerful, ancient part of your brain linked to wealth and abundance. But now that it's leaked, it won't stay available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is also a deeper sense of peace that will begin to settle within you as you continue to walk in alignment. This peace is not dependent on your circumstances. It is a result of knowing that you are moving in the right direction. You may still face challenges, you may still encounter difficulties, but that inner peace will remain because you are no longer moving against what you know is true. You must protect that peace because it is a sign that you are aligned. When you feel it, hold on to it, and when you notice it fading, take the time to understand why. That awareness will help you stay on track and avoid returning to what disrupted it before. You are being shaped into someone who is steady, aware, and disciplined, someone who does not drift easily and who does not lose direction when things become difficult. This is not something that happens overnight, but it is something that is already beginning within you. A rooted life does not move with every influence. It does not bend with every feeling, and it does not forget what has been revealed when the moment becomes quiet. This is where you must now stand, not just aware, but anchored in what you know is true. You must begin to recognize that stability is built over time, not in a single decision, but in a series of consistent, aligned choices. Each time you choose correctly, you place another layer beneath your feet, something that makes it harder for you to be shaken. But each time you become careless, you weaken that foundation, even if it does not seem obvious right away. That is why you must treat every choice with intention, because every choice is contributing to what you are building within yourself. There will be moments when your old ways seem easier, when your mind tries to convince you that one small step back will not matter. You must not accept that thought, because you have already seen how small steps become larger consequences. What you allow once becomes easier to allow again, and that is how patterns return without warning. You must remain firm, not out of fear, but out of understanding, because you now know what is at stake. Type Amen to stay rooted. You must also begin to live with a deeper sense of purpose in your daily actions. This does not mean that every moment must feel significant, but it does mean that you move with awareness of who you are becoming. You are no longer living without direction. You are no longer moving without understanding. There is a purpose behind your growth, behind your discipline, and behind the choices you are making now. When you remember that, it becomes easier to stay committed, even when things feel ordinary. You are not just making better decisions, you are shaping a life that reflects what has been placed within you. That is something that requires care, attention, and consistency, because it is not built by accident, it is built through intention. Type 1111 to affirm your path. There is also a strength that is becoming part of you, something that will allow you to stand firm even when you are tested again. That strength is not loud. It is not something that needs to prove itself. It is quiet and steady. It shows itself in your ability to say no when needed, to pause before acting, and to remain aligned even when it feels difficult. This is the strength that will carry you forward, and it is something you must continue to develop. You must also learn to trust the process of your growth without needing constant confirmation. There will be times when you do not feel a strong sense of direction, when everything feels calm and uneventful. In those moments, you must not assume that nothing is happening. Growth continues even in stillness, and what is being built within you does not always reveal itself immediately. Trust that what you are doing matters, even when you cannot see the result. Trust that your consistency is shaping something real, something that will become clear in time. This is how you remain steady, not by needing constant signs, but by knowing that you are aligned. There is also something you must release completely, and that is the desire to return to what once felt familiar but was not right. Familiarity can be deceptive because it can make something feel safe even when it is not aligned. You must not allow familiarity to pull you back, because you are no longer the same person who once accepted those patterns. You have grown, you have seen clearly, and you have been given the opportunity to move forward with a different understanding. Do not trade that for what is comfortable, because comfort without alignment will always lead you away from what is meant for you. You must choose what is right, even when it feels unfamiliar, because that is where your future is. There is also a deeper peace that will continue to grow within you as you remain aligned. This peace is not temporary. It is something that becomes stronger the more consistent you are. It will guide you, it will steady you, and it will remind you when something is not right. You must listen to it, because it is one of the clearest ways you are being led. When you feel that peace, you are aligned. When you feel it disturbed, you must pay attention and respond accordingly. This awareness will protect you from drifting again, and it will keep you grounded even when everything around you feels uncertain. You are also becoming more resilient, more capable of handling challenges without losing your direction. Before, you may have been easily influenced by what you felt or what others did, but now you are learning to stand firm. This resilience will continue to grow as you remain committed, and it will become one of your greatest strengths. Do not underestimate how much you have changed already, even if it does not feel complete. What you have gained is real, and it will continue to grow as long as you protect it. This is not the end of your growth. It is the continuation of something that will shape your life in ways you are only beginning to understand. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You must carry this forward with intention, with awareness, and with a commitment that does not depend on how you feel in the moment. This is how you remain aligned, this is how you stay rooted, and this is how you step into everything that has been prepared for you. Now you must understand something that many never fully grasp, and it is this. Remaining aligned is not a single decision. It is a daily surrender of your will to what you know is right. It is not dramatic, it is not always noticeable, but it is constant. Every day you are given the choice to move in truth or to drift into what feels easier, and every day you must choose with awareness. This is where your life will either stay steady or begin to weaken again. You are no longer walking in uncertainty as you once did. You have seen what happens when you ignore what is placed inside you, and you have felt the distance that follows. That experience was not meant to harm you, it was meant to awaken you. Now that you are awake, you must not fall back into a state of carelessness, because what you now know carries responsibility. You cannot pretend not to see what has already been revealed to you. There will be moments when your mind tries to justify small compromises again. It will tell you that it is not serious, that it does not matter, that you can allow it just this once. You must recognize that voice immediately, because it is the same pattern that led you away before. Do not entertain it, do not negotiate with it, and do not give it space to grow.